I have two of them starboard side of the bridge, but cannot come in inside. I try to keep them calm, but I need immediately urgently assistance.
Alright y'all, welcome back to Combat Arms channel. Okay, so today's video was very highly requested, and I was actually waiting for a video to come out on it that had more information than what I've been seeing in articles. But if you're not familiar, recently there was some stowaways or something on a ship over by the Isle of Wight, and I guess they turned into pirates, basically. Long story short, they turned into pirates, and then the SBS, being so close, they're able to go in and recapture that ship. And again, I think it took like 8 or 9 minutes, which is really awesome. So this video is from Liveth Forevermore. Again, this channel is amazing. I'll always put the original video down in the video description, so feel free to go over to his channel and give him some love, because he makes some very awesome videos. So again, I was looking for a video that had a little more detail on this specific incident, and this is the perfect one. So Liveth Forevermore, we've reacted to his videos before, should be good. And yeah, I mean, its video is about 7 minutes long, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot more information than what we saw just in the article that I posted on my community tab. So I got my Yorkshire tea. Can't really show it without pouring it out. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited. Let us get into it. Should be a very cool story. Again, the classic intro.
On the 6th of October 2020, the Liberian-flagged Greek-operated oil tanker called the Nave Andromeda left the Nigerian port of Lagos for the British port of Southampton.
Okay.
With a crew of 22, the tanker sailed around the coast of West Africa and north to the English Channel, where at some point on this route, the crew became aware of 7 men who had illegally boarded the vessel when it was docked in Lagos.
Yeah, so already, from what I saw in the article, it was very weird because most of the articles were referring to the men as like stowaways, but I don't know what their original intention was, if it was to, get asylum or just be a refugee, or if they were just actually trying to take over the ship. So hopefully this video gives a little bit more insight or a little bit more information as to what their original intentions were.
On entering the English Channel, the situation on the vessel remained tense until the morning of the 25th of October, when the 7 men became hostile and aggressive towards the crew, prompting the captain of the Nave Andromeda to send out a call for help.
Sir, the stowaways go outside. I see 4 persons port side, midship, near to the manifolds, and I have 2 of them starboard side of the bridge, but cannot come in inside. I try to keep them calm, but I need immediately urgently.
I love the original audio. That's so cool.
Responding to the Mayday signal, Hampshire Police commented, "At 10:04 AM today, concerns were raised to police for the welfare of the crew on board the Nave Andromeda, a vessel situated approximately 6 miles off the coast of Bembridge, the Isle of Wight. It was reported that..."
Right, so I know the SBS training location was really close to the Isle of Wight. So I'm not exactly sure where it was situated in relation to it, but you guys are telling me it was extremely close by and really ironic for these guys, especially considering you don't mess with the SBS, and for having a training facility that close when all this is going down. Yeah, you can imagine they're probably going to be involved at some point. So hopefully this video gives a little bit more information as far as where the SBS were actually situated and how they actually made that approach. But yeah, I'm excited. It was just very unfortunate for those guys to be going anywhere near where the SBS are training.
Police were on board and they've made verbal threats towards the crew. No one has been reported injured at this time. Over the next few hours, British authorities initiated efforts to find a peaceful resolution to the situation, whilst the Coast Guard and 2 police helicopters, along with a tug and 2 lifeboats, were sent out to track the tanker.
Okay, nice.
Meanwhile, closely following the incident from London, the Ministry of Defence began forward deploying assets in the event that military assistance was required.
Very cool. Nice.
First to move were 2 Merlin Mark IV helicopters from 845 Naval Air Squadron and 2 Wildcats from 815 Naval Air Squadron, which took off from RNAS Yeovilton just before 15:30 and landed at Royal Marine Base Poole, which is the home of the Special Boat Service.
Okay. Very cool.
They were joined a short while later by a Chinook helicopter, call sign Lifter 01, and from the Royal Air Force's 7th Squadron, which departed from RAF Odium at around 16:30 and reached Poole just before 17:10.
So of course the SBS are going to be doing that dirty work, but the RAF reaction was just as awesome. Again, some really, really solid helicopters we're seeing coming into play. And of course, the SBS are probably going to need someone to assist with the reconnaissance, the transportation, and just making sure that they have that overall coverage. Because again, when you're working with ship operations, it's usually going to boil down to them using boats and helicopters, usually a combination of the two. So the RAF definitely played a good part in this, which is awesome to see.
Approximately 20 minutes later, another Chinook, designated Lifter 2, also took off from RAF Odium, but instead of heading towards the south coast, Lifter 2 headed first to MOD St Athan in South Wales, where the Special Forces Support Group is based.
Okay.
Arriving here at around 1800 on the 25th of October, Lifter 2 remained at St Athan for roughly 20 minutes, prior to getting airborne again and flying onto Poole, where it landed at 5 minutes to 7. In the meantime, developments have been taking place on board the Nave Andromeda, where its erratic movements throughout the early afternoon had led authorities to suspect that the crew had lost all control over the vessel.
That's really cool how
these
they're
suspicions
able to
were
track
later confirmed when the ship, despite police telling the captain not to do so, dropped its anchor off the southeast coast of the Isle of Wight, resulting in Hampshire police requesting military intervention to bring an end to the hijacking. In response to a police request, the Defence Secretary Ben Wallace and Home Secretary Priti Patel authorised armed forces personnel to board a ship in the English Channel and safeguard life and secure a ship that was subject to suspected hijacking.
It's game over for them.
Back at Royal Marines Base Poole, and having received the green light to go in, 16 commandos from the Special Boat Service embarked onto the 2 Merlin helicopters and took off for the tanker sometime between 1900 and 1920.
Okay.
In addition, a team of Royal Navy divers, most likely from Fleet Diving Unit 1, accompanied the SBS on board the Merlins to deal with any potential explosive devices found on board the tanker.
Okay, that's a good
Escorting
idea.
this force were the 2 Wildcats from 815, whilst HMS Richmond, a Type 23 frigate which was anchored off the coast of Torquay, was put on standby to assist with the operation if necessary.
Yeah, I'm sure those sailors were extremely hyped to be a part of this. I mean, of course, they were just standing by, so they weren't really, a part of it. And generally, standing by in the Navy means they were like relatively far away. So I'm not even sure if they were able to actually see anything. But yeah, I'm sure they were super hyped just to be on standby to be a part of that. But yeah, if they were really needed, then that means things probably went south, or there was a lot more going on that they didn't really anticipate. So it's good that they weren't needed from what we're seeing so far. But yeah, I can imagine they're pretty hyped up. So hopefully they're at least close enough to hear it or see it, or at least see the birds coming in. That would be cool.
Flying out across the English Channel, the helicopter force soon got eyes on the ship, with the 2 Wildcats breaking off to provide aerial surveillance to the boarding, whilst the Merlins approached and hovered above the Andromeda's hull.
Nice.
From here, the SBS assault teams, covered by a couple of snipers tasked with overwatch, fast roped down onto the deck and began a methodical clearance of the tanker.
Hell yeah, that fast roping.
Sweeping through the vessel, the men of the SBS swiftly freed the 22 crew members, who had sought refuge inside a secured room for their own safety.
Okay.
Simultaneously, other commandos moved on and detained the 7 hijackers, who gave themselves up moments after the SBS began boarding.
Of course they
Thus,
did.
within 9 minutes of the operation commencing, the SBS had secured all of their objectives and regained complete control over the Nave Andromeda.
That's just an easy day. It's
As
just
confirmation
like
of the
a
mission's
training
success
operation.
began to break at around 1945, Defence Secretary Ben Wallace commented that, "I commend the hard work of the armed forces and police to protect lives and secure the ship. In dark skies and worsening weather, we should all be grateful for our brave personnel. People are safe tonight thanks to their efforts."
That's a pretty badass quote. I mean, to be a part of an operation where you get such a cool quote like that, then it's got to feel pretty good. But again, it didn't really seem like there was much of a fight. Again, when you're going against the SBS, or even in general, if you're going against anyone who's fast roping onto the ship that you're trying to take over, then yeah, you're probably going to be in a bad place, especially if you don't have any weapons or anything. But yeah, it's nice that the crew did a good job of, you know, putting themselves in one specific location just to get out of the way of anything and make it a little bit easier for that. But yeah, 9 minutes since the start of the operation. It's not too bad. I mean, I'm not sure if there's like world records for this sort of stuff, but I imagine that's pretty up there as far as speed.
An hour after the conclusion of the operation, the two Chinooks of 7th Squadron departed from Poole between 2045 and 2100, with Lifter 01 now operating under the call sign of Inferno 5.
Badass.
Interestingly, Lifter 2 didn't go straight back to RAF Odium, returning first to MOD St Athan, possibly indicating that the Special Forces support group were involved in the operation in some capacity, although this is just a matter of speculation that's not been officially confirmed.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense, judging by that route. Dude, their insignia is badass as well. But I don't know what these are. If you guys could provide some insight as to what these are. It might just be like the Isle of Wight flag and then something else. I'm not sure. So if you guys could help me out with that, I'd appreciate it. I'm trying to get better with my geography and learning these flags and stuff. Bravo Zulu. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much the exact response you could have expected from the Special Boat Service. Okay, awesome. Very, very awesome video. Again, kind of expected with Liveth Forevermore. Very cool stuff. So yeah, feel free to go over and give him some support, give him some love. Definitely subscribe to his channel. He's at about 138,000 subscribers right now. So yeah, I'm sure he would really appreciate it if y'all go over there and help him out. But you guys might hear it, but there's like protesters outside right now, so I apologize if you hear that. But yes, very, very cool video. I mean, you guys pretty much recommended this to me and sent me the article within like 30 minutes of the article being posted. So I appreciate it. That is very, very cool. I saw it in the Discord. I saw it in Instagram multiple times. Saw it in the YouTube comments. So thank you very much for sending the article immediately. And of course, it's awesome. I had a few videos sent to me about this specific operation, but right when I was about to react to a different one, this one came out and one of y'all sent it to me. So I appreciate it. And you guys already know I love Liveth Forevermore's content. Very good stuff. A lot of solid research. Again, it's kind of hard to find research on certain operations like this when you're talking about like the special forces, special operations kind of stuff. But he does a very good job. And even if he doesn't know it specifically, he'll at least give like the caveats of, yeah, I'm not sure if this is generally that accurate, but yeah, take it with a grain of salt. So very cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, feel free to go over to the original video. I'll put it down in the video description. But it was very cool to check out. Awesome stuff from the SBS. Again, you can kind of, we already know the SAS, SBS, they're pretty much top tier when it comes to those special operations. So 9 minutes. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a contest or something where, you know, they get the next boat that's being, you know, taken over. They're going to try and beat that time or something. But it's going to be kind of hard because it kind of worked in their favor as far as being so close to where they're actually stationed and everything. But a very cool operation to hear about. Again, I do hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know what you think in the comments section about these awesome badasses. And yeah, props to the RAF for being a part of this and doing some solid work as well. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That is it for this one. So I will see y'all in the next one.